So earlier today, I decided to get on Reddit to do my usual scrolling, and I noticed that I had a notification. Now, it wasn't just any old notification, it was a message. Someone had decided to reach out to me on Reddit, of all places. So obviously, I clicked on it, and I saw that it was from the developer of a game called Colony Survival. Now, if you click on my channel, you might notice that I have had quite a few things to say about this game in the past couple of weeks. More importantly, this developer wants to give me an early access key to the beta of the biggest update this game has ever seen. All because I made a YouTube video that got less than 1,000 views. So obviously, you know me, I'm an opportunist. I'm riding this train as far as it will take me. This is Colony Survival version 0.8.1, the version you are probably all familiar with. And this is beta version 0.9.0. I feel like the developer has gone and made everything feel so much bigger. The mountains, they feel taller, the trees more intricate, and the distance to everything just so much further. There are now great empty fields that convey a feeling of length and even loneliness to the player. There's also this new biome type of thing. I'm not really sure the name of it, but since I feel like I kinda am the Christopher Columbus of colonizing this land and killing all the natives, I should be able to name it. I want to call it the Lowlands, because marsh and swamp just doesn't feel unique enough to me. Or if you're feeling a little extra jazzy, you might call it the Boxlands, because right now they only generate in this weird square. There are also now these itty bitty trees that make the endless expanse of grass and trees just a little bit more unique. Also, hello heath grass and heath plants? Like a little bite-sized savanna. I don't really have a name for this one, but I think the purple grass is cool. Also generates in a square. And don't you forget about the big boy trees. I mean, these things have to be on steroids. They are so cool, I want to build a treehouse. Anyway, the rivers feel more complex too. And the mountains, God, the mountains. They feel impassable. Like every time I look up, it's just Everest waiting to be scaled. Everything about this update makes the game stand out more and feel more unique. Finally, your exploring comes to an end when you are met by the obstacle that has so long halted man, the ocean. Endless and unforgiving, this one the developer has crafted seems to fit all of those qualities. This is just the first look, too, and it's still very early in the beta, so there's so much more the developer wishes to add. Speaking of developer, remember how I said they gave me this key? Well, I also got them to answer a few questions about the update, and just the game in general. So without further ado, here's what Pipliz, Pip, Pipliz, Pipliz, fuck it. Clack, click, 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 clack, click, clack, click, 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 clack, click, 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 click. Okay, without any further ado, here's what Pipliz has to say. Okay, actually, before I do this, I only had him, write it down to me in like a Discord, so I don't have his voice. So I'm going to be both the interviewer and the interviewee. I don't know if I should change my voice or not for it though. So I guess we'll find out right about now. How long have you been working on Colony Survival? 9-ish years now, from the very first version when it was still a minor hobby instead of a full-time job. What keeps you motivated to keep updating the game? It's our dream job. It's very fun work to do. Players are enthusiastic, and we've still got loads of ideas that would make the game better. What are you most excited about for this update? Outposts. Just outposts. Pretty vague. Pretty mysterious, too. I like it. What made you want to create this game in the first place? Zun made a voxel engine, and I thought it would be great if it had NPCs living in it. I feel like this Q&A is a complete change of pace from literally everything I've ever made. feels weird to me, but I hope you like it. Anyway, who is the real Slim Shady? Marshall Bruce Mathers III, obviously. Was there any part of this update that was particularly difficult to picture in your head? The tech tree is a very complex, interrelated thing, and visualizing all of that is difficult. On one hand, it has to grow gradually from the bottom up. On the other hand, it has to keep consistent. It does need a total planning from start to finish. How much longer till you think the update will be ready to release to everybody? Hopefully within 1 to 3 months. Why did you get into making games in the first place, and how did you learn? Zahn taught himself programming somewhere around 2011 to 2013, and after his voxel engine project, I joined him and started teaching myself the required skills. What was your reaction when very large YouTubers picked up the game? That was amazing. The launch went 10 times better than we had ever dared dreaming of. Why did my dad leave when I was 10? Personal issues. Are you my dad? I think not. Have you ever thought about adding different dimensions? Yes. Space travel? Perhaps. Have you secretly given the colonists in this game the ability to think and feel, however provided them no way to communicate, thus they live every day in eternal suffering at the hand of their uncaring, unforgiving overlords? The nature of digital consciousness is unknown. And finally, you come here often? And now, while at what seems to be the world's edge, I think we found a nice little place to wrap things up. Well, actually, sorry. I just have one more thing I need to show you. We got rails, baby! 2,000 fucking blocks. I'm really doing all this shit.